like a witch. When she went to sleep, I wasn't there. When she woke up, I had just caused havoc and I was gone, nowhere to be seen. I think that was the most shocking part for her. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diosa. If you haven't tuned in already, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We're doing something different and I'm doing a story time. So before I get into that, I just want to tell you about this beautiful choker right here. As you can tell, I'm a bold queen, and us bold queens love to accessorize. So this beautiful choker is from thelabel.com. They have a lot of beautiful chokers, a lot of earrings. I'm gonna start my stories by explaining that I went to a school where the majority of the people at my school, primary and secondary school, were Asians and Somalians. I was hardly ever around your typical black people. You know, obviously Somalians are black, but you know, culturally and like all of that, we're different. The first time I actually ever had an encounter with a black person, not a black person guys, that sounds so silly, not a black person, but the first time I was actually ever around a lot of black people from my community, socially, was at college. I had a few people from my secondary school that I went to college with, but as you know, when you go to college, they find people that they like, and then, you know, everyone grows apart. So naturally, you have to look for new friends. And I happened to bump into this girl, and we'll call her Sheila. So yeah, Sheila was a nice girl, and we just started talking, and you know, we started hanging out, and she had friends from her previous school. Sheila was part of a large group of girl friends. So I just happened to click with Sheila, and then Sheila brought me in. Now, when I was introduced to these girls, I would like to say I'm socially awkward. Like, I'm not very like, hey guys, yeah, like that. But that's because I'm quite shy. Not because I'm a horrible person, no, I'm just a little bit shy. Introduced me to her group of friends, and at first I thought they were all nice. I had no opinions on any of them because of course I did not know them. But upon getting to know them, there was this, you know, there was one girl that stuck out to me, and now we introduce Jamila. Jamila was mixed race. She was like over 6 foot tall. She was just, and she was beautiful as well. She was really pretty. So that's the first thing I noticed about her. And then the other thing I noticed about her was that I feel like in college you get different types of people. You got girls that are, you know, quiet, shy, reserved, and just mind their own business. And then you get girls that just stay in their little groups, and then you get girls that are just, girls that want attention from boys, and you know, are always like walking around, just doing the most at all times. So yeah, when I met Jamila, Jamila was just one of those girls. She, you know, she was mixed race and she was pretty, and she just did the most. And then when I met her, it was very weird because I'm shy, but I'm outspoken at the same time. I'm one of those people that I hardly think before I say anything. So most times people get offended, and then I think about what I've said like 10 minutes later when someone has already has their mouth in their nose. Like, it's just really weird. But when I first met Jamila, I noticed her behavior. So she would walk around, she would want attention from guys, and like all that higa haga. And so then I met her, and then when I met her, she wasn't really fond of me, shall I say. So I just made a point to tell Jamila that I thought that she was a little bit stash. Okay, obviously that did not go very well. She wasn't very happy with me at all. At this point, Jamila looked at me, she was like,
how dare you say I'm stash? Listen, yeah, you don't even know me to say that I'm stash. She
was so upset, and I don't think I apologized. Me and Jamila happened to be in law class together, so we had to, you know, kind of learn how to get along because we hang around with the same friends and we already knew each other. Despite us not getting along and you know, me calling her Stash and whatever, we actually ended up being really, really good friends. And Jamila was very good to me, I was very good to her. We were cool. So we had one common interest, my sister, Corrine. Yes. She was the one that caused all these problems. Corrine and Jamila went to school together and they were friends. So they met before I even met Jamila, and they already had a relationship. You know when your friend is like also friends with your sister, and I don't know, like I don't know how to describe it. I would say me and Jamila were always like, it looks like we're in like a little competition. Who wants to cook? I'll say, oh okay, I'll cook, I don't mind. Jamila will be like,
yeah, but I want to cook, but you know, just Mercy just went and took over everything, and
all of this rubbish. But then there just happened to be a little bit of rivalry between me and Jamila because we had one friend, so she was basically piggy in the middle. I feel so sorry for her because my sister is not confrontational or anything. She's just a nice girl. And I think at this point, you know, you don't want to choose sides. Like there was no side to choose because we were all supposed to be cool. She was friends with Jamila, I was friends with Jamila. We were all supposed to be cool, but that's not what happened, guys. From my perspective, right, I think Jamila got a little bit jealous. That's what I think. So we clashed on like just, you know, the little things. This is one story. Jamila left, she came to my house and she left £1 somewhere, and then a day later she rings me and then she's like, ring ring ring, okay, hello, hi Jamila, how are you? Oh,
I left £1 in your coat when I was at your house, and I want my £1 back.
I was like, wait, do you want to come and get your £1?
Well, no, because I had to do something and I'm in town. Can you come and meet me and just give me my £1?
So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like the nice girl I am, I get ready, I go to town to meet Jamila. Guess what? She doesn't turn up. Then she rings me again with some excuse.
Mercy, I need that £1. Where's that £1?
I was like, yeah, but you told me to meet you in town. I came and you were not there. So then I told my mum. At this point, she was already in town. So she offers to meet Jamila and give her £1. But this £1 had now been multiplied by 10. So she offered to give Jamila £10. Jamila's like,
no, I don't want your £10. I want my £1 from Mercy.
Like, what? First of all, you came to my house. You left your £1 in my house. I had nothing to do with this £1, but because I'm a nice person, I said to you, okay, we'll meet up and I'll give you this £1 and then you can have your money and then we're cool. But you did not turn up and then you ring me still complaining. Then my mother offers you £10 to replace that £1 and you don't even want it. Where's the beef? Like what's the issue? Clearly there's an issue. What's the issue? So yeah, she wouldn't say. But then she refused this £1. She refused the £10 that my mum had offered her, and I can't remember what happened after, but I think, you know, we moved on. I think one day I went to get my hair done. That was back when I still had, you know, weave and stuff. Long hair, don't care. Not anymore. Those days are gone. But I went to get my hair done, so you know, I come back home. I think I came home late. It was around 11, 12. And then Coco and Jamila were at the house, and then so I come back home, and then we all like, you know, get ready. These times I think we're like underage. Yeah.
Mom, if you're watching this, it was nice idea.
So yeah, Mom, before I say this, I'm very, very sorry. I apologize. Please don't get the wooden spoon and beat me up. But I think we're all underage, so we're like, okay, let's just, you know, let's go out and see what happens. So, you know, we put on our booty shorts, like, we think we're partying. We didn't have money for cab, guys. And then we like, luckily where we live was like 10 minutes away from town. So we put on our shoes and we're ready to go. Everyone is in good spirits, and then we go to the club. So we left the house and we didn't even have money for the cab, so you know we start walking, and then it was cold, it was winter. That's the worst thing, it was actually winter. So we get our shoes on, we walk into town, and then we go to this pub. It wasn't even a club, guys, it was a pub, but because we've been there a few times, the guy let us in. Cash.
I wasn't there. I wasn't
Of course you were not there, but I get the guy and let us in. So we come back, we go out, and then I think we were having a good time, but me and Jamila were having problems, because so God knows what we were arguing about. From the club all the way back to the house. These times we're still walking, no money for cab, so we walk all the way back to the house. So we get to the house, we go into Coco's bedroom. So yeah, we got home and I said that I was going to sleep on the floor, right? And then Jamila and her alleged back problems was offered the bed by Coco, who then said, you know what, since you have back problems, I'm gonna leave the bed for you and I'm going to sleep downstairs, because there was like a sofa that turned into a sofa bed. So yeah, so Coco takes, you know, her blankets downstairs, comes back up. What are me and Jamila fighting over? The black floor. I'm like, Jamila's like,
I don't want to sleep on the bed. I want to sleep on the floor.
I'm like, why would you want to sleep on the floor? I already said I'm sleeping on the floor. I've already put my blankets down. Like, what's your beef? Sleep on the bed.
Like, no, I don't want to sleep on the bed. I want to sleep on the floor.
At this point, I must say I was getting very, very annoyed. I'm like, you know when you just like to someone, like, if you've got something to say, can you please just say it? Let's just get it over and done with. Like, say your bit and let's move on. But she didn't want to. She wanted to sleep on the floor, and I was like, listen, I think I'm quite stubborn, so I said to her, do you know what? In my mind, I was like, you are not going to sleep on this floor whether you like it or not. I said I wanted to sleep on the floor. That's where I'm sleeping. If you don't like it, find yourself elsewhere. So Coco comes back in the room. We carry on arguing, and this was like 4 AM at night. Mum didn't even know that we'd gone out. My brother was sleeping in the next room, like, and we were getting pretty loud. So Coco's like, guys, stop it, oh, stop that, and no one was listening. And then Jamila goes,
Coco, wait, hold me back. You better hold me back, Coco, before I do something to her. Hold me back.
Wait, what did you say? Hold who back? For what? Who, what, when, where? Huh?
Like who, what, where? Nah, but who, where? Like where? How do we get right there? Like nah. Who and what and where? Who and what and where? What, where? What, where?
You don't need to be held back. If you want to do something to me, do something to me. So yeah, she doesn't say nothing. She's like,
wait, nah, Coco, this girl's not serious, you know. Tell her I bit her up. Hold me back. I'm
like, this is just how I think. If you legit want to hit somebody, you will do it. Like, there's no holding back, there's no nothing. And I've seen this like mostly with guys. You know when guys like want to fight, they tease each other like, yeah, bro, I'll beat you up in it, I'll beat you up, yeah, I'll get you now, hold me back, I don't want to hurt this guy, Now to me, if you want to fight, it's simple. There's no discussion. If you want to beat someone up, you beat them up. You don't need no one to hold you back. We don't need to have a conversation. You just do it. If you want to do it, you just do it. But anyway, Jamila was like, hold me back. I'm thinking, no, this girl's not talking about me. Wait. Don't get Coco involved in this. She does not need to hold you back. I'll just deal with you myself. Like, this has been a long time coming. Clearly we have some issues that we're not discussing, and maybe we're never going to discuss them, and maybe you threatening to beat me up is what's going to solve it. So let's do it. So what do? I get up from where I was sitting. I remember I was like I think I was sat on the bed, and she was like doing like all of this and all of that, and I'm thinking, you know what, to me, like, once you start doing all of this, all of that, you want to fight. So what do? She's talking to me, she's doing this, I knock her hand over, she doesn't stop. She's doing all of this, I knock her hand over, she doesn't stop. She keeps doing this. I'm like, listen, stop it. I stand up, she's like,
hold me back.
I'm like, you don't need to be held back. And then from then, That was it. Wardrobes were falling, drawers were falling, beds were falling, everything in the room was scattered, everything was everywhere. Here's Coco like, guys, stop it, come on, it's 4 AM in the morning, mom is sleeping, mom's got work tomorrow, my brother's got school, come on, guys, Ria's got school, stop it. And me and Jamila were just at it, and we were just going. So I feel like it was one of those things that was just a long time coming. It had to be done. So yeah, me and her in the room, pop, Mayweather, pop. Anyways, so in a nutshell, I won, obviously. She looks at her face and then she's like,
oh my god, man, what the hell, look at this, my face is all scarred up, and
like she's just going on. At this point, I just didn't want to fight with her no more. I was just done. And then she's sulking and then looking on her iPad, bare feeling sorry for herself. So yeah, Jamila looks at her face and she's just, she was pissed because her face was all scratched up. And me, I just wanted to go to sleep because my mom was gonna kill me if I didn't make it to college the next day. So anyways, I go to sleep. And then my mom wakes up as usual, gets my brother ready, goes to work, everything is cool. Like in her mind, she didn't know that any of this was going on. So in her mind, everyone was sleeping in the house. When she went to bed, we all said good night. She had no idea that we... So yeah, so the next day Coco had words with us and you know, we hashed everything out. But I think when mom came back from work and she asked what had happened to Jamila's face, because apparently, this is what I heard, that when mom came in, everything was cool and Jamila was just, you know, looking at her iPad with the other side of her face, and she didn't really want to like raise her face. We didn't want mom to know, but mom was going to find out anyway, so she really didn't want to say what had happened, and you know, because she knew she'd also get in trouble because mom, you know, you can't be laying hands on anyone. She's not all about that. She's not about the violence at all. Like, she's just not about it. So yeah, she knew that, you know, we're both gonna get into trouble, and so was she. So it had to happen. Mom saw the scars on Jamila's face and she explains it all the time. It's actually really funny because it's over exaggerated. Mom says that it looked like a lion came to like scratch her entire face, and that her eyeballs were like poking out of her sockets and it was going there. But anyways, so mom asked her like, Jamila, what happened to your face? And she's like, oh, you know, it's messy in it. And then it was pretty bad. So I think mom did feel really bad because it was really bad. So she's like, messy. And then Jamila's like, yeah, she came back yesterday and all of this, and you know, and then she explains what had happened. I didn't even forget, guys. I just had a new weave done like the same night, and then when we had a fight, obviously a few pieces had like, a few bits had fallen out, but it was cool. I was pissed, yes I was a bit annoyed, like, wait, I just got my hair done and now all of this. Anyways, so mom comes home, asks Jamila, so what happened? She's like, Mercy. Mom's like, what? Mercy? When I went to sleep, she wasn't even here. So Jamila's like, oh yeah, she came back after going to sleep, and you know, she basically clawed my face. So mom's trying to ring me, I'm not picking up, and then Jamila rings me. No, actually Jamila sent me a text message like,
listen, if you come home, mom said she's good, she's so angry and she's this and she's that.
She like sends a really big message. So I'm a long message, not even a big message, a long message. I'm obviously scared to come home, so I'm like just in town, McDonald's, hanging around with all my supposed friends, you know, just not wanting to go home. Because Jamila sent me this long text that my mom was hunting me down and she was gonna beat me up and I was gonna have no eye, and like she was just, this text was just horrible, guys. So I'm thinking, nah, I ain't going home. You ain't gonna catch me beat. So I'm in town just doing all my debaucheriness, and then mom rings me like, where are you? I finally picked up, so she rings me like, obviously I had to go home at some point, so she rings me, she's like, okay, come back, come, let's talk about this, you know, violence is not the way to go, you shouldn't be, you know, beating up people in the middle of the night. I was literally like a witch. When she went to sleep, I wasn't there. When she woke up, I had just caused havoc and I was gone, nowhere to be seen. I think that was the most shocking part for her. So I come home now, and then Mum's very, very reasonable. She didn't beat me up with a wooden spoon, guys. Jamila was just chatting as usual. So yeah, so we sat down and we talked about it. Mum was like, Mess, it's not okay to, you know, just come in the middle of the night like a witch and like scratch people's faces and then run away. Like, who does that? So yeah, we had a talk, and then, you know, me and Jamila hashed it out, and you know, yeah, like, it was funny because it wasn't even funny, it was just awkward because when we were friends, after, you know, Mum had hashed everything out and we'd apologize to each other, I still had to see her, really, because she was my friend. And now she has like this huge scar on her face that I know that I caused. So it was a little bit awkward, you know, when you look at someone and they just no longer look the same because they just have this scar that you caused. Yeah. So guys, in this story, I really do sound like the tyrant, but the moral of the story is that violence is not the answer. I don't think anyone should be going around hitting anybody, but sometimes violence is necessary because sometimes, you know, me and her just needed to have it out and then just take our anger out in other ways because we couldn't really communicate about it. So either way, violence is never the answer. Please do not fight. Be nice to one another. God loves all, we should love all. No. Thank you guys for tuning in to my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you'd like me to do some more story times, please do comment down below. Trust me, I have plenty. And very soon I'm doing a little mini series with my mum, Mercy's boys, and we're gonna talk about what I put her through when I was a teenager. She's very touchy about it to this day, and this was like 5-6 years ago, but she's never forgotten about it. Every Christmas, New Year, anytime actually she gets an opportunity to tell these stories, she does. And as usual, I'm always like, Mom, why are you doing that? Oh my god. And she's like, listen, I went through this pain, I have to talk about it just so I can just, you know, get over it sometimes. So I'm giving her, you know, the spotlight to say how she really felt. I'm gonna tell my side of the story, she's gonna tell her side of the story, and then yeah, see you in my next video. If you like the videos, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And once again, if you like this beautiful joker, do thelabel.com. So yeah, thanks guys. Bye.